Welcome to Two Wheels and welcome to show number 250. Yes, 250. That translates to just about 5 years of bikes on television. Amazing, isn't it? I know, surprises me sometimes as well. But we thought it was about time we had a little trip down memory lane, a stroll down memory lane, but not just at the things that you've seen in the past, but quite a few things that you certainly won't have seen before. You certainly should never see at all, if you ask me. But I can guarantee in the next 30 minutes or so, lots and lots of laughs.
Carl had his problems last year, didn't you? Or rather, we're talking this year's season, the 97 season.
Santa for the day. You see...
Right, Paul, can you go and get the mics?
Sorry, was I talking when you were interrupting then? Right, we'll go again.
Week in and week out, on the Two Wheels office desk, there is masses of correspondence from you out there asking about spanner work, mechanicking and so on. Well, in the future on the programme, we're going to bring you...
Well, they do say if you don't laugh, you'll go completely mad, and working with Wayne, it's not difficult to see why that is exactly the case. But if you've been watching Two Wheels, or even Two Wheels Better, as it used to be called in the very early days, you may have noticed one or two little, shall we say, traits with us presenters. We all have our own little idiosyncrasies. Take my mate Jeff, for example, now. Jeff, God bless him, before he records anything into the camera, he likes to make sure that the tape is actually rolling. And occasionally, he likes to break out into a little jig as well.
Are we rolling?
Yep.
What do you want me to say then?
I'm recording.
Okay.
Recording my shadow on that thing.
You don't want any of these for the bloody outtakes again. I ought to have my glasses on the end of my nose, Paul, haven't I? Now, hear this, hear this. Is my hair straight, darling?
Lovely.
Is my hair tidy, darling? So, is my hair straight? Or are you rolling? Are we rolling? Sorry. Yeah. We're going again? Or are we going? You have to speak more clearly.
Ready?
You're rolling.
And Jeff's latest aerobics and fitness video will be available in the shops in time for Christmas, priced at just 99p. I bet Jane Fonda's very worried, eh? Bet she's frightened to death. On then to Wayne, Mr. Perfect. Well, not quite Mr. Perfect. You see, Wayne has this thing where he likes to start every sentence with the same word. So, take a look at this.
So, let's get on with it. So then, boss, what's the first thing this week then? So we're back at Cadwell Park again. So buying a helmet. So we've said what you're not allowed. So, £79.95, but what do you get? So I have been sent by the police, our local constabulary. So here we go. So take that into consideration when you're buying. So we now move on to this model. So that's 3 different helmets at 3 different prices. So buying and selling a bike can be an absolute nightmare. So it's actually for trade only, so you can't come in. So let's start at the beginning.
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. One of Wayne's other fine qualities is that he likes to put the interviewee at ease. It's always nice to make the person that you're going to interview feel at home, feel relaxed, feel as though it's just a casual chat. Ignore the camera, it's not really there. Talk to me, that's what we said to them. And Wayne has a unique way of actually putting people at ease.
I hope you're going to be more louder and more enthusiastic than that. That was pathetic, that. That wasn't that a bit like...
Don't look at these two.
Yeah, ignore them.
Look at Andy.
Listen, if you don't like something like hard chips, because once this is in, it's in.
He's very bossy that way, isn't he, eh? He's very, very bossy indeed. Why is it that short people always make the most trouble? Don't know, can't understand it. On then, to me. What do? I don't think I do anything. I don't think I actually overuse any particular word, no. I'm pretty sure I don't. I think everything I do is fantastic. But if you're on your own, fantastic. Set that 85 mile an hour while you're abroad, and it's fantastic. Look at that, no hands, hey, fantastic.
First 2 weeks in June, going down through France, Spain, Portugal, maybe Morocco.
Fantastic.
A real, you know, riding holiday.
Well, fantastic. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, I thought that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have been better if you ask me. Now, you might find this very, very hard to believe. You'll be amazed when I tell you this, but we do actually use scripts on two wheels, yes. Scripts, yeah. Them things, all them words written down. Nobody writes them for us. We don't have a team that write the script for us. We write them ourselves, because the trouble with having somebody do it for you is that they will use different words, different language, a different intonation in the voice, and it's very easy for it to become very unnatural sounding. So the best thing is to write it yourself. So we'll sit there in an evening and we'll write up our test report on the bike, and we'll use all these fancy words and we'll say, yeah, that sounds good. And it's very easy to read when it's written down. Not so easy sometimes when you try and deliver it to a camera.
Well, the Ninja, that's a name that's been around for some years now. And indeed, the ZX6 itself, the ZX6 itself, let me say that again, because I can't say the ZX6 itself. The ZX6 itself, has been around for some years. I must get these teeth fixed, right.
Well, that's it for this edition of Two Wheels. Hope you've enjoyed that little look back, but we'll be back next year. Next year? I'm going to say year and week.
It's a new language.
We'll be still off a week.
Shut up on the phone.
Right, shut up now. You're rolling.
Oops, excuse me. We should have had 4 bottles. Hey, shit, I hit it 4. 4 bottles in 3 minutes.
It's a lot. It's some going that way. Right, yeah,
so we've had all the girls, haven't we?
We've had all the... Well,
excuse the expression. No, we've shown all the girls. Now... yeah, we're trying to do a programme here. Now it's time.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Oh dear.
And what have you got in here? You got an 1147, is it? What's the size of the engine? 1137, 1164, isn't it?
That was good up to there, so...
I'll be the prompt. 1137.
Well, wait, can we not... First bit...
And some retro style chrome back wing mirrors, which are actually very good. You get more than a wing mirror full. Oh, which is actually very good. We can cut that there. I was just going to say something about you can see, you know, you can see what's behind you.
What do you think? Completely made up.
It made perfect sense to me.
Makeup, is my hair all right? Lovey? Lloyd Grossman impression, because nobody would know that's who it is. Paul, it's over to you. Can't believe I'm doing that. Having fastened that to the back of the bike, yep, there's near about it. Now, do you remember that an American by the name of an American? I'll just start that one again. I got the soul. I got the soul. I got. Our souls.
I only asked. Oh, our souls. Oh.
Go! We can skate.
Honda have sold these. No, stay there, Dan.
La 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 la. Let's just turn to the engine for a moment, because the engine is the triple, as everyone knows. But what they've done with this one, they've altered the cams, they've altered the fuel injection. What else have they altered, Dan? Fuel injection, cams and engine management system. 3 cylinders, as you know, the famous triple. But on this one, they've actually altered the fuel injection system, they've changed the cams, and they've altered the engine management system, all to give that extra torque in the mid-range. With this one, you've also got a very nice aftermarket pipe. Not strictly aftermarket because it is Triumph's, but it'll cost you £368. Even the cows approve, as you can hear. Turning somersaults and circles is something I do regularly. Talking of turning, if we turn to other things, such as the engine, the 3-cylinder is unique in itself, but on this one, they've actually altered the engine management system, they've changed the fuel injection, and it's got different cams, and it's all to give you that more rounded feel in the mid-range, that torquiness to it. This one's also got an optional
Paul is there with a fancy sports thing. Securities. There are loads of different types, as you already know. I mean, you've got your lock and chains, and you've got your disc lock, and you've got your sort of cable attached to a U-lock. But alarms, they're complicated. Even dummies like me can't understand alarms. And the problem we have is there's so many questions you can put forward because there's so many. That was a lot of I'll start again. What the f all this that one? The brakes, well, they stop you well enough, and in fact they're not dissimilar to what you get on a 125cc machine, so they're bound to stop you quite well. The only thing I must mention is the mirrors, although look very pretty, you can't see much more than your elbows. So, got to bear that in mind. Maybe you could just swap them for longer stems. You can say, oh, that's crap.
Something else, it's all, well, and again, something else, it's got a very low seat height, as you can see. And something else, it's got a very low seat height. And while I'm talking about the seat, see this little tailpiece on here? All that covers up is the pillion perch, and it is a bit of a perch, but you just take the seat off, unclip that, and it really is a two-seater. But as I say, a bit of a perch there, but you got little pillion rests. And I've forgotten what else I was going to say. What else was I going to say, Paul? Something else it's got is a very low seat height, which is very useful for those of less we say. Something else it's got is a very low seat height, which is very useful for those of less we say. And something else it's got is a very low seat height, which is very useful for those people of let's. And something else, it's got a very low seat height, which is very useful for those people of, let's shall we say, a short. And something else, as you can see, it's got a very low seat height, which is very useful for short people. This is going to be a classic, this is. And something else, as you can see, it's got a very low seat height, which is very useful for those people of, let's, shall we say, a shorter disposition. But that's not to be non-PC, as it were. But that would have worked. No, that worked okay. I'm not going to do that again.
Well, that's just about it for now. And there'll be more. Oh, no, do that again. Well, that's just about it for now, but there'll be more of the same after this break.